Cleveland.
It's been going. It's going.
It's going.
And we've been having a lot of fun, though. We always have fun.
How long have you guys been on the road for? Straight, pretty much since.
For Ride the Lightning, we started the European tour on November 6th, and we toured all the way to December 22nd, had 2 weeks off, and then went right back on the road for the American tour, which started about January 8th and 9th. And still going, and it'll probably still go on. And we're having a lot of fun right now.
Yeah, we'll be out
Quite a few more years, man. Shirt.
So, yeah, I got a bunch of questions there. What are your thoughts about all this thrash metal? I consider you guys like set a standard with come on. What
do we think about other thrash metal?
Yeah, it seems like every other month,
a lot of the bands like Thrust, Void.
I heard some Void Vibe. I liked it. But other than that, you know, I don't usually listen to it because
you guys play
real
heavy all night.
Exodus. Yeah, Exodus is fucking great.
I love it.
Oh, is this like on the radio?
Yeah.
You can't swear.
I don't care.
This
is my show. I don't give a
Okay.
All right, Dan. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Exodus is real good.
Yeah.
But like,
I heard some live stuff that there were parts like Trapped Under Ice and Creeping Dead.
Yeah, those are my riffs.
Your riffs? Okay.
You don't seem to mind them playing them with the tunes?
Well, the way those songs that they played were like 90% my music. You know, and like I'm not gonna let a good riff go to waste, and neither is the rest of the band. So.
Do you still on good terms with them?
Oh yeah. Me and the drummer are real close still, very close.
What do you think of Megadeth? I just heard some last night. It sounded like the Four Horsemen, and it's just switched the title of the Mechanics.
Well, yeah, that was the original title of that song, with Dave Mustaine's lyrics and everything. I don't think about them too much, to be honest with you.
He seems to have a cocky image. Is that so?
Dave,
he's a pretty cocky
Dave talks a lot. He talks a lot about us and about other people.
He thinks I suck.
Which
the band sucks.
It has a tendency to make me biased towards what he's doing. So I really can't listen to what he's doing with much of an open mind because he's too busy talking shit about everyone.
He runs his mouth and we run our business.
Enough said.
My buddy might sit away for his demo. Didn't even get a tape or his money back.
Yeah,
that's what he gets.
That blows. So you guys have an 8-record deal with Elektra?
Yeah, starting with Ride the Lightning.
What do you think about like with this big label control? I mean, are you guys still going to be able to have as much creative input as much as you want?
We've had control.
They gave you full.
I heard that you guys are going to have like
with our management and with Elektra Records about that, and it's a very good relationship, and I think the people there know that if they tried to fuck with us in that way, that they would just wind up killing this band. And Metallica, as you know, would die. I mean, for everyone's best interest, I mean, it's best for them not to fuck around. But they know, they're business people, and they can see that what we're doing is happening, right? I mean, the records are selling, and the people like it, and so why would you want to try and pollute it? It doesn't make sense.
The best way to sell Metallica is to sell it without interjecting any sort of outside control from the record company, and they realize that. I mean, one of the reasons we went with Elektra is because they showed a lot of commitment that we wouldn't have gotten from other labels, you know, who are interested in us.
Plus, our management are very powerful, I think, and they want to look after us. They want us to remain as pure as we can.
We have the power to do that.
Yeah, and so they're looking out for our purity as a musical.
They're looking out for our best interests.
But I heard that your album, you said it's going to be like Kill 'Em All with production. That's what someone told me.
Well, what, the third album?
Yeah.
I'd like to think that it's going to be, a combination between the two.
Because a lot of these underground mags, it's like, you know how like they're with you one minute, they're like something like Escape. They get all pissed off about that. What do you feel
actually,
about
that Escape filler. I hate that song.
It's just filler.
That's the
We
one
needed a
song, the one Metallica song that I really hate.
What about Fade to Black? That's another one that I like a lot.
That's a good song. I mean, of course, you know, there's going to be the people out there that hear a slow song, and they're instantly going to say, oh, now you're slow, and you're wimpy, and you're commercial.
And you're no good anymore.
You know, you're gone. That's because, you know, all they're interested in is,
yeah,
fucking, you know, 300 miles an hour, and that's all they want. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to hear.
It's only a certain type of listener, though.
You know,
but that's why I think a lot of this new, that's why a lot of this new thrash keeps coming out and it keeps selling for.
Well, it's okay. It's thrash for thrash's sake, but I mean, that's not what we're into. We're into fucking Metallica. We're gonna do what we want. If it happens to be thrash, that's what it is. You know, if it happens to, you know, be a slower tune, that's the breaks.
I mean, we're musicians
trying to, you know, remain heavy as fucking we can. That's the main thing, is to keep it heavy.
We want to make good musical statements, whether or not it's fucking slow pounding or fucking thrash over the top. We want everything we do to be good. You know, it doesn't have to be.
How many albums did Ride the Lightning sell so far?
About, at this point, 300,000 worldwide.
Cool. How about Kill 'Em All? That was the biggest selling one on Megaforce, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Let's see, worldwide, I think it's up to about 120,000.
Are they, is Elektra going to be packaging Kill 'Em All?
No.
They
under there? Or no?
won't pick that up. Or actually, we won't pick it up for another 2.5 years.
From Megaforce.
On Megaforce catalog for another 2.5 years. It's in the settlement.
That's part of the contract.
Yeah, but that'll come under our control, and which means it'll probably come under Elektra's control in about 2.5 years.
You guys get any of your equipment back that was stolen last year? None. You had to use Anthrax's gear, huh?
Yeah,
Or the
exactly.
remainder of the U.S. shows, yeah.
That sucks. Is it insured in that?
No insurance.
Nothing. It was, our manager didn't go into such matters, and unfortunately.
And that's why you're with Howard now?
Pardon?
Is that why you're with Howard now?
Well, Howard's a road manager. He's not.
We're with Cliff Bernstein and Peter Metz
that's
with
right.
Q-Bron.
Yeah.
Well, that James got his Marshall ripped off too, huh?
Yeah, that was in the truck at the time. That was the roughest thing, was because that amp was very unique in the sound that came out of it, and it couldn't be recaptured.
What are your thoughts on the LA scene? You wanted to move to Frisco, didn't you?
Well, I was from up there,
Yeah.
and they moved up there to get me in the band.
I'm from San Francisco myself, too.
They wanted me in the band, and I said, well, you have to move up here, because I sure as hell ain't going down to
All
LA.
the posers, huh?
Well, it's just like, I'm really into where I live. Castro Valley, it's a small town in East Bay. It's my home. I like it there, you know. And I just, you know, said, hey, you guys come up here. But, you know, that was really easy for them, because at that time, LA in general was not looking very favorably on what Metallica was doing. And Metallica was fast and obnoxious and loud, and everyone else was, you know, getting all dressed up and putting their hair up and, you know, looking pretty and playing commercial songs. And so Metallica was not well received. But since then, LA has got a lot better for the thrash, you know, kind of scene. The metal scene is getting a lot healthier down there, I think. But anyway, that's another one of the reasons they left there and came to Frisco, because Frisco was much more down to earth and much more into what they were doing.
And it seems a lot more of an open place than like LA, where everything's
Hollywood,
all the same
LA has Hollywood. Hollywood's full of that.
Yeah.
You got the 49ers too.
That's a good one.
Frisco is just like, you know.
We have the 49ers. LA has Hollywood, we have the 49ers. Go!
Montana.
He's a fucking technician.
He's a god.
Yeah, he's a professor in fucking football.
How, you know, for all the speed you play, how many hours did you have to practice like that, man?
But rehearse?
Yeah, for all the precision, like you guys are.
Well, I mean, to be truthful, we don't rehearse that much.
Well, I mean, you're playing out though.
Well, I mean, when we came together, we pretty much had that ability to play that fast.
It took me a while to catch on. I had never been in a thrash band like Kirk had been in Exodus and Lars and James, and they formed Metallica. But I was from a band called Trauma that was not doing that kind of thing at all. It took me a few months to kind of adjust myself to what was happening then. We came in time.
You replaced Ron McGovney. What's he doing?
I don't think Ron is doing much musically. Actually.
He's retired, I think, in the music business.
And how often are you guys playing out now? Is this every night, every other night?
We're in the middle of 6 in a row now. We have 1 day off, then we have 6 more in a row. And it goes like, we usually have 4, 5, or 6 in a row, and then a day off. That's typical.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fun like that, though.
You get tired, but I mean, you gotta do it.
It's hard on James's voice sometimes, though, especially with this type of weather.
And this is the second time we've been in Cleveland. The weather sucked.
Yeah. Last time I was in Cleveland, I had a temperature. I was really sick, even on stage, but I got into it so much, I forgot that I was sick.
I was right in front of you.
Really? The people can make up for it if they choose to do so.
Is it true you think Cleveland's one of the loudest cities ever played to?
Yes, this is true.
They were extremely
This is a
loud
fact.
that day. I was amazed. Especially
we were
the amount
quite
of people
taken
that were in
over.
there. How many were in that last show?
400 maybe?
It sounded well over a couple of thousand to me. I mean, it just blew my face off.
How are the ticket sales been going for this? Or what kind of crowds have you been getting? Like, there's supposed to be more than 1,000 already sold for the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, for the big cities, we tend to do really, really well, and go down really well. We've sold out more than a few dates during this tour. But the smaller cities, our music isn't so much accepted so easily. So we really have to really work at it. In a band like Wasps, for instance, could go down really well in a smaller city because the people have never seen that sort of thing before.
Yeah.
I mean, and like when we go on, we're not as visual as Wasps, but our music's a lot different too, and we really have to work to win the people over in smaller cities. The big cities are great. I mean,
get between
I'm glad we're in Cleveland right
1,000 and 2,000 in the big cities.
Yeah.
Weren't there some cities in Wasp headlined? And
that was
when we were here.
In Canada, they went on last on all the Canadian dates, and we've gone on last on all the American dates, which outnumber the Canadian dates by
8 to 1.
How do you like touring with them now? Are they cool?
They don't talk very much.
for the
Kind of
most.
keep to themselves.
Yeah. I mean, Chris is real cool, though. And the drummer is real cool, Steve.
Yeah.
Chris is fucking a pretty cool guy.
Wait, we gotta ask this. How was it touring with Venom?
This is real good. Those guys are funny as hell.
They're into partying,
They really don't take themselves as seriously as a lot of people think.
No, they're not very serious at all at anything.